I'm Jasmine Anderson. Jury deliberations are expected today in the trial of the man accused of killing a South Hempstead gas station manager. Jurors heard closing arguments yesterday in Joshua Roston's murder case. The Baldwin man is charged in the 2019 death and hit-and-run death of Samal Dagdeverin. Police say Roston was fleeing the pit stop without paying for a $22 fill-up. Now here's his defense attorney.
Under the circumstances where he felt he was in danger and needed to leave the situation. He hopes the jury listened, he expects they did, and he hopes that they come to a verdict that shows he never intended to kill that man.
Roston is facing 3 counts of second-degree murder as well as robbery and other charges. In the Gilgo killings investigation, we're waiting for a ruling on Rex Heuermann's guns. In a court filing yesterday, Heuermann's defense team said Nassau County has no legal authority to hold the alleged serial killer's gun collection. Nassau investigators are looking to pursue firearms charges against Heuermann. Prosecutors say dozens of the more than 280 guns seized from Heuermann's Massapequa Park home are unregistered. Read our complete coverage of the Gilgo killings investigation on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the NewsdayTV video box. An urgent manhunt underway in Maine right now for the person of interest in the mass shooting that's killed at least 16 people in several locations. Dozens more are injured. Authorities say a lone gunman, trained firearms instructor Robert Card, opened fire at a bar in a bowling alley. Card is believed to be in the Army Reserve. President Biden has been briefed. No motive has been released. New information on the rising tensions in the Middle East. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Israel is preparing for a ground incursion of the Gaza Strip. He did not specify when or how the incursion would happen. Nearly 6,000 or 8,000 people have been killed in Gaza in Israel since the war in Hamas broke out on October 7th. At least 32 Americans are among the dead. Happening today, another step forward in the push to remove indicted Long Island Congressman George Santos from office. The motion is to expel Santos. He will be brought up on the House floor today, and a vote could be scheduled next week. That's according to its sponsor, Island Park Republican Anthony D'Esposito. The move comes a day before Santos is due in court on several new charges, including stealing money from donors. An emotional reunion. One of the survivors from the Farmingdale bus crash was reunited with the team that saved her life. Yesterday, the 17-year-old described how first responders helped her to stay calm.
At first, I refused to go on the helicopter. I freaked out. Never been on one. And they calmed me down. They talked to me, explained what was going to happen. And I finally relaxed, and I chose to, because it was the fastest way to get better.
The high schooler needs screws and rods to hold her spine together. We wish her the best. She was one of the dozens of students injured in last month's deadly crash. School officials say all but several of the Farmingdale students hurt in the crash have returned to their classrooms. The Farmingdale superintendent says students learning at home are getting a mix of teacher visits, home tutoring, and online learning. Long Island home prices continue to set records after appearing to slow down this spring. Prices picked up steam during the summer months, reaching new highs in the third quarter. According to new data, the median sale price on Long Island, excluding the East End, rose 3.2% into $640,000 compared with last year. The shortage of homes for sales is still driving up prices. Meanwhile, in the Hamptons, the median price retreated from a record high, dropping more than 11% to about $1.4 million. Read more about Long Island home values on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Sports now. A rough start for the Knicks and the Nets.
Thomas on a bounce gets it back from Finney-Smith. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Thomas hoist off the rim. Johnson, no good.
Cam Thomas's three-pointer with time expiring fell short, as did the attempted putback. Now, Brooklyn fell to the Cavaliers 114 to 113. Thomas had 36 points for the Nets, setting an NBA record for most points by a reserve in a season opener.
Porzingis gets a good clean look from 3. And an excellent start from Kristaps Porzingis.
I just keep saying it, Mike.
The Knicks showed resilience in at MSG, but couldn't keep up with former teammate Kristaps Porzingis. And the Celtics, Boston won 108-104. Newsday at the movies. A new horror flick is out in time just for Halloween.
All you have to do is keep your eyes on the monitor.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's, where fantasy and fun come to life.
That's Five Nights at Freddy's, now playing on Long Island. It's an adaptation of the wildly popular video game. Newsday critic Rafer Guzman gives it a 2 out of 4 stars. So you got to read why, of course. Read Rafer's entire review on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Acorns everywhere. Have you noticed? This fall has marked the return of masting, the above average output of acorns, which are now falling from local oak trees. It happens every 2 to 5 years. There's growing concerns among arborists that development and climate change could make the problem worse by overstressing trees to the point where a final massive acorn drop comes before an oak tree dies. Checking out your hyper-local Thursday forecast, summer and fall. We'll take that. We could see record warmth on the island today, mostly sunny, highs in the 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, highs again in the mid-70s. No complaints there. A look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Home Tax Saver, PTRC Incorporated.
50 years of Piano Man. Long Islanders are marking the milestone just hit by Billy Joel's iconic song and album. Jamie Stewart has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday.
Actually, it's about 5 o'clock on a weeknight. And thousands of Long Islanders are once again heading to the Garden to see Billy Joel's 50th anniversary tour and 50th anniversary of the Piano Man's most iconic song.
Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight.
What do you love about that song?
I loved singing it in college. We would sing it in the bar and be stupid together. It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'm sure that I could be a movie star if I could get out of this place.
There's like the small townness in his stuff, and as like someone's from Long Island, he kind of like carries that in his music. And I think that a lot of people kind of want more.
Ask your average person to name the most famous Billy Joel song, and they'll likely say Piano Man.
There's an old man sitting next to me,
making love to his tonic engine.
The song was Joel's first official single, released 50 years ago, and was his first ever top 40 hit.
It hits everybody. You know, there's every character in it, and you can relate to one of those, or know somebody that is like one.
And 50 years later, it's nearly impossible to hear it and not sing along.
I go la la.
No, it's not that.
Oh,
that's
okay,
the
go
second
ahead.
part.
You go again.
It's la la la, let it la.
La la, let it la. Billy Joel's record-breaking residency here at the Garden is coming to a close next year, and the demand still as high as ever, because as Billy always says, it's me they've been coming to see to forget about life for a while. For Newsday TV, I'm Jamie Stewart.
What a run, and love the singing on the train. Read more about Billy Joel's career on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. LI votes, a proposed Vegas-style casino on the Coliseum property, is top of mind for voters in the town of Hempstead. Macy Egeland and Ted Phillips have the story you'll see only in Newsday.
We are going over the different issues residents in different towns are focused on as they choose their next town officials. Ted Phillips is our Hempstead reporter. Ted, what's been at top of mind for residents in Hempstead?
One of the issues in Hempstead is the redevelopment of the hub, possibly putting in a casino there. This is a project that's being driven at the county level, but there will be some zoning issues that can come up, and so there will be some say and some input from the town at the local level. And so this is something that residents will be dealing with and addressing, and as their elected officials deal with it.
And voting a little bit different in Hempstead now as well after the redistricting. What's the latest on that?
The town board did draw some new district lines. These were controversial. The critics say that these new district lines have diluted minority power, and this is in a town that had been about 60% white in the 2010 census, but that has come down to about 51%.
Any other concerns you've been hearing from residents in your reporting?
Well, I know that the candidates have been talking about housing. This is one area where the Republicans and the Democrats differ. Republicans have been focused on trying to resist any effort from Albany to have any kind of say in how local decisions are being made. Democrats, on the other hand, seem more interested in trying to promote development of housing to address the shortage of housing.
Mm-hmm. Something all of Long Island is dealing with, essentially. Thank you very much, Ted.
Read more about the issues in Hempstead and what matters in your town on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
What's Up on Long Island is brought to you by PC Richard & Son.
It's Friday Eve, so here's what's up on Long Island. Long Island Restaurant Week. Make a reservation and take advantage of 8 days of deals at local restaurants offering 3-course prix-fixe dinners and 2-course lunches. It's at various locations in Nassau and Suffolk starting on Sunday. It's a Dog Days weekend. Bring your 4-legged friends to stroll designated areas at historic Old Westbury Gardens. The event is on Saturday and Sunday and includes a fall dog parade and costume contest.
You've seen all kinds of movies, but you've never seen anything like the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
See the Rocky Horror Picture Show. The 1975 cult classic is screening at midnight Saturday at the Suffolk in Riverhead. For admission info and more events, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box on our homepage.
Working in journalism, I think you experience the world in a really different way than people in other professions do. I find it very satisfying to learn about things and get to tell other people about them.
Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Thank you so much for watching. We'll leave you with a look at your hyperlocal 7-day forecast.